Hey, good Thursday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update. Well, as expected, we had a little bit of rain across the area, but the good news is we are going to dry out, and we're kind of going to be changing the weather story a little bit. I know we've been awfully damp and wet here over the last month or so, but it looks like we're in store for a drying trend, but also maybe a little bit of a heat wave that's going to be building in across the area. So again, we'll look at the latest numbers here on my 7-day here in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and take a live look right now up at the Chattanooga Zoo as we're starting to get a little sunshine breaking through some of those clouds here for the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. Again, not looking too bad. I think the rain's pretty much done with for today. Couldn't rule out maybe a stray shower or two here for this evening, but for the most part, I think most of us are going to stay on the dry side. Dalton had a little rain as well earlier today, but things not looking too bad. A little bit of a breeze outside, and I think we're in store for some pretty good weather here to wrap up our work week on Friday, and then we're going to really see that heat build as we go through the weekend and into early next week. So as looking at a regional radar here, again, we're pushing off the rain here across North Georgia, looking quiet here across eastern portions of Tennessee, back into the northeastern portions of Alabama, so looking pretty good here all across the region. And again, I think the radar is going to be going on a little bit of a hiatus because the rain's going to be pretty limited here over the next week or so. All right, looking at our regional map here, got a cold front back up here toward the north, really kind of a shifting air boundary that's going to be kind of moving it across the area. We're going to clear this weak trough here out of the southeast here as we go in toward tonight and tomorrow morning. And then we're going to be setting up for just a bit of high pressure that's going to be building in the upper levels of the atmosphere, a little bit of a heat dome that's going to be building as we go through the weekend and going into early next week. So here's our regional satellite. You see the showers and thunderstorms showing up nicely there. You see the lightning data, really pretty intense there across portions of Mississippi. But it's cleared out of our region here across northern Georgia and eastern Tennessee, looking pretty good. And again, I think we're going to hold on to some clouds tonight. We won't clear out completely, but you're going to love it. We'll have a lot more sunshine. You'll probably need the sunglasses in store for tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our regional model here. It's our latest high-resolution model. It's going to take us through into late tomorrow. So again, seeing a loop, we got that moving on through. You see this here? Can't rule out a stray shower or so here for tonight into the early evening hours. So once that goes through, I think we're done. So again, looping it one more time. See it go through. There's some scattered showers just kind of coming in through this region. So we might see a stray shower or two with the late daytime heating. Is that we're still waiting on that little boundary there, that little bit of dry air to kind of move into the area. It hasn't quite done so just yet, but it's on its way. And once it does, we're going to see a much better forecast here heading in for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's go ahead and look at the forecast maps here as we're looking at the next 7 days here from the National Weather Service. So let's go ahead and take a look at the surface maps here as we go in toward Friday. Notice the one thing you're going to see is, oh, look at that. We don't have any green painted in here. Boy, that's a nice little change. And we're not going to see a whole lot of any kind of green painted on there really for a while. Maybe next week, maybe an air mass thunderstorm or two just because it's going to be so boiling hot out there. But through the weekend, looking pretty good. Saturday, Sunday, you want to go tubing, want to do some hunting, go do some hiking. You're looking great this weekend. Very good for it. And then Monday, we're going to bring the chance of rain maybe coming back at us going into Tuesday. Again, I'm keeping it like at 20%. It's very, very low here going into next week. It looks like it pretty much stays that way right through next week. Very limited rain chances. And looks like we're just going to see some broiling heat. And those feel-like temperatures will be approaching the triple digits. It's going to be quite hot. And would not shock me at some point going into next week, we see some sort of heat advisories that are going to be kicking in. So you've been warned, it's coming. And we're definitely going to be feeling it here going into early next week. So let's go ahead and look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Again, I would call this a fairly seasonable day. This is pretty much near your normal highs, 88 and 67 in the Dalton area, mostly sunny skies there for tomorrow. Regionally looking like this, partly cloudy skies overnight. Again, couldn't rule out a straight shower or two here for the evening hours, okay? Once that clears out, looking pretty good. 67 in Dalton, 66 in Cleveland, 64 up in Dunlap, 64 in LJ. A little bit cooler over in the mountains. Low 60s over there. Feels pretty good for this time of year. How about our daytime highs? Again, middle upper 80s, really not bad. A little bit cooler over in the mountains, 82 over in Andrews, for example, 88 in Dunlap, 89 in Chattanooga, 83 in South Pittsburgh. So again, these are fairly seasonable levels for this time of year. How about the regional forecast? Nashville 92, Memphis at 93, Columbus at 93, 89 over in Charlotte, 93. Got a few thunderstorms. You're heading down to the Gulf Coast. You might see a few sea breeze showers and thunderstorms down there, heading on down there perhaps to get away go to the beaches for this upcoming weekend. You may have to deal with some stray storms down that way. All right, here's our next 7 days. Again, this is the weather story here, folks. Look at the temperatures. We're climbing into the mid to 90s here. 95, 95, 96, 95 going in from Monday through Thursday next week. So it's going to be plenty hot. Those feel-like temperatures are going to be in the triple digits, and I really don't introduce the chance of rain in here until maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. Monday, Tuesday might be sitting at about 10% because it's just the sheer heat that's going to be building across our area, but it is going to be plenty hot. That is for sure. So what I would probably recommend this weekend, check your air filters in your air conditioning systems. Make sure that they've been cleaned out. If you do need to get them serviced, do it now. You know, if you can get something scheduled to come out this weekend, just make sure they're okay. And make sure you check on the elderly. Don't leave the pets outside for length of time. Make sure they got plenty of water and shaded. Just kind of get ready for this because we haven't really had the kind of extreme heat just yet. So, you know, summer officially beginning Friday night. It's definitely going to be like someone flipped the switch. It's going to be feeling plenty hot and brutal going into next week. All right, again, I appreciate you guys checking out your forecast here on Talking Live, and I appreciate you guys for following us here on the North Georgia Majestic weather page. It's over on Facebook as well. You can check us out there. And again, if you have any weather-related questions, by all means, you can always message me anytime you like. All right, that is y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Till then, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.